helps me remember who I really am. In every face it's clear, we're all God's children here, and it feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, it feels like home. A family that I can call my own. It feels like home, feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, it feels like home. Community. No storm that we can't weather. Unity. We go hand in hand together. My family feels like home.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, yet we see it everywhere in everything. There's one power indescribable, yet we speak of it in every word we say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem, or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. Oh, it's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. It's one power, one power, one power.
Let's begin our time together this morning by breathing deeply and relaxing our bodies into this moment. We focus on our senses, what we hear, how our body feels, how a mind can slow down, and thoughts evaporate. Right now, we become truly present. Here, we create the opening for presence. We can feel into presence together now. Through the practice of present moment awareness, whether alone or in the company of others, I open to something magical. Opening to presence, to present awareness, is an invitation and an opportunity to meet my higher nature, my expanded self. My genuine presence invites the best in others. Here, I am open to possibility. I am open to creativity. I am open to wisdom. In present time awareness, I am open to love and to compassion. I become patience here. I accept the gift this moment brings, and it is welcomed. Worry, hurry, expectations, and attachments can't come. They pull me away from presence. If pain is with me in whatever form, I bow and I allow that pain to be heard and then to move on through without resistance. I return again to center. We celebrate today and are grateful for this ordinary magic, this opening to an awareness that is available in every moment of every ordinary day. As we remember, as we practice, we become expressions more fully human and divine. And so it is.
It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunlight on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon, for it's love that's most deep. It's one power. Oh, it's one power. It's the power of the love that lives in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. It's one power, one power, one power.
Can you see your light inside you? It shines both day and night, leading you both near and far, keeping your path in sight. Can you feel your light inside you? As it courses through your veins, inspired greatness housed within, to share for all to gain. Can you taste your light inside you? Flavored sweet and pure, water, land, and truthful food grant energy and cures. Can you hear your light inside you as it speaks to you in song, guiding you to flow each day, helping you stay strong? Can you touch your light inside you? Compassion, joy, and heat, a tender kiss, a warm embrace, rituals to be complete. Can you sense your light inside you? It's spoken from within. Hunches, feelings, heartfelt signs, giving life a whole new spin. Will you trust your light inside you? Your gifts, your being, your core. True greatness lay in wait to be shared, enjoyed, explored.
I am a child of the living God, made in the image of perfect love. All that I am, all I've been given to you, my God, I surrender. I surrender. I am a child of the living God,
you. Good morning, everybody. So we have already been busy at work, and our hospitality today, I mean, it's always awesome, but today it's like over the top awesome. So wait till you see it. And just a reminder that we really appreciate all of your donations on our Youth and Family Ministry Hospitality Days. All of the donations go directly into funds that we have set up for the kids. We're getting up close to summer. We have 6 regional events that will be supporting our young people and attending between now and the end of the year. So your donations go to help offset those costs. And then later on today, you'll be hearing a little bit more from Ryan and his recent experience. But Ryan and Stacy will be going to an international YOU event. YOU, by the way, stands for Youth of Unity. So our YOU group is our high school group. And they have an international conference every year. And it's a really big deal to go to that. So you'll hear more about that later. So Ryan and Stacy will be going to that in July. So thank you for all of your support.
Thank you for being our family. Thank you for being our friend. Thank you for blessing and teaching us. God bless you. Amen. All that I am, all I've been given, to you, my God, I surrender.
Oh, she was not kidding when she said they have really gone over the top this week for treats. Don't miss it. Welcome, friends, to Unity in Lynnwood. Your presence is a gift to everyone who's here this morning. It is always such a pleasure to see familiar faces, and it is such a pleasure when we see new faces, too. Well, I was away just last week for Easter, and boom, look what happened. I think most of you saw that before I did. Unity in Lynnwood has been given a facelift. And it reminded me of all the uplifting things that are happening here. And hopefully you are making it, you have made it a habit to just swing by the welcome and information station on your way in or your way out of the sanctuary. That's about the only way we're going to manage to really stay on top of all that's happening here and make sure that you get signed up for the things that you don't want to miss. We can feel an energy of growth in all that's up and coming. If you are new to Unity, we want you to know that it's a practical spirituality offered here. That means we don't just come here to feel good on Sunday morning, although that does happen to be a very tangible side effect. We come here in the hope that what happens here will show up in some kind of action in each of our lives during the time when we're not here together. We draw on all faiths and spiritual traditions. I'm going to share a thought from Buddhist teacher Pema Chodron. At a time like this, when there's so much chaos and suffering in the world, individuals who are willing to wake up and make friends with themselves are very much needed. They can work with others. They can hear what people are saying to them. They can come from the heart. And they can be of use in the world. Yes, we are all invited to make friends with ourselves here, with our past, with our differences, with our unique gifts, with our stories, perhaps the process of creating new stories, and of course, to make friends with each other too. The walls of this community are fluid and flexible and ever expanding, and you are welcomed into the fold. So Michelle did a very good job, I think, of just highlighting that this is Youth and Family Ministry Sunday, and they will be providing the refreshments, and they are really creative these days. So it's a lot of fun back there, and again, the proceeds support their very worthwhile causes that are going on. How exciting that we'll be sending two to the International Convention. Prayer is an important element of unity, and the power demonstrated long ago through prayer was a driving force behind the formation of the Unity movement. This quote by Charles Fillmore, a Unity co-founder, brings us back to the practicality of spirituality. Charles said, "It is the law of spirit that we must be that which we would draw to us. If we would draw to us love, we must be love, be loving, be kind. If we would have peace and harmony, we must establish it within ourselves. I won't speak for you, but I will speak for myself when I say this is ongoing work. And I will add that I'm deeply grateful for the many, many ways our community helps me in this ongoing work. One of the ways our community helps us all is to have prayer chaplains who delve deeply into the ways prayer supports supports all of us in moving toward our highest way of being in the world. Our prayer chaplains offer concrete, specific ways of supporting us. You will always find a prayer chaplain at the end of a service up here at the front, honored to meet with any of us who are looking for a time of personal prayer. And then, of course, there are several other very easy ways to put in a prayer request, get it to our prayer chaplains. One is by filling out the prayer request form in the back of the chair in front of you. And then we have a confidential prayer line that they monitor 24 hours a day. They may not monitor it 24 hours a day. They monitor it frequently. You may go there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and also the online website as easily accessible. And that number and the website address are both in your bulletin. Affirmations are a tool for strengthening our being in the world through identification with a spiritual truth. And we have another gem to share today. This one made me laugh out loud. I love the image as well. Definitely worth 1,000 words. Let me read it for you, and then I'll invite you to stand if you are able, and we'll share it together. God has an idea of me. I have an idea of me. Today I go with God's. Let's stand. Ready? God has an idea of me. I have an idea of me. Today I go with God's. Let's greet each other while we're on our feet here.
Get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Everybody you meet, everybody, get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Child, living alone in the wild, passing the hours away. I looked into the face of sorrow, tempted by the taste of tomorrow and the scent of yesterday. But that was only a dream of a dream. This world is not what it seems. We are the wind that carries the seeds. We are the roots of the banyan tree. We are love offered on the wing that stretches across eternity. We are recording life's symphony. We are the silent awakening. I dreamt that I could not find you, always was a step behind you, could not see your face, wandering around the maze of illusions, dusty haze, a soul with no resting place. That was only a dream of a dream. This world is not what it seems. We are the wind that carries the seeds. We are the roots of the banyan tree. We are love offered on the wing that stretches across eternity. We are recording life's symphony. We are the silent awakening. And only love can lift the veil away. And only love can take its place. And I have traveled long and far just to come home to your grace. That was only a dream of a dream. This world is not what it seems. We are the wind that carries the seeds. We are the roots of the banyan tree. We are love offered on the wing that stretches across eternity. We are recording life's symphony. We are the silent awakening. That was only a dream of a dream. This world is not what it seems. We are the wind that carries the seeds. We are the roots of the banyan tree. We are love offered on the wing that stretches across eternity. We are recording life's symphony. We are the silent awakening.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Garland Landreth, and you might have heard of my research in the movie What to Believe. And in that movie, we talked about how we took 4,000 transcendental meditators into Washington, D.C. and actually reduced the crime rates while we were there. Now, in this seminar, what you'll be learning is how to create the life of your dreams by using cutting-edge techniques combined with quantum field technology. Now, to date, I've probably taught well over 30,000 people how to manifest the life of their dreams. And one of the questions I always ask in all my seminars is how many people know what their problems are, but they keep making the same mistake over and over again. And of course, everybody raises their hands. Well, that's not your fault. These are simply old brain pathways that are structured in your subconscious that have been holding you back. And so what we're going to do in this seminar is teach you how to create an entirely new brain matrix. That is by combining these three amazing techniques. First one is EFT and tapping. The second one is Ho'oponopono. And the third one is heart math. The new frontier in energy work is the subconscious. In fact, Bruce Lipton and Deepak Chopra both said that unless we can somehow clear out the subconscious, we're not going to be able to manifest very well. And remember this, if you are wanting something, you're attracting lack because you don't have it. So what we're going to do with these techniques is teach you how to gain inner abundance so that you attract outer abundance to you. And it works beautifully. These techniques are cutting edge, and I've seen them work over and over again. I'm excited about helping you on your journey.
Postcard on your way out if you are interested. He will be with us on Sunday, April 22nd and Monday, April 23rd, offering workshops, $39 for one, $49 for both. How did I do? Is that correct? He will also offer private sessions throughout the day on both Monday and Tuesday. That's offered by appointment. Simply ring the office. If you're interested in becoming a member of this evolving divine idea we call unity in Lynnwood. Today is your day. Join me following this service right here in the front of the sanctuary for an orientation we call the Basics of Unity. This will be followed by a reception in your honor and new members Sunday on the last Sunday of the month. And please be reminded that tickets are now on sale for Marianne Williamson's Love America Tour Seattle, an event that is produced by, well, Unity in Lynnwood. On Saturday, June 30th, visit the Edmonds Center for the Arts website to purchase your tickets. Every service at Unity in Lynnwood has an ambassador. This individual's role is to support you in your discovery and exploration of this divine idea we call unity in Lynnwood. So if you have a question about what we teach, about what we believe, about what is available to you, you are welcome to engage this soul in conversation, that you might have a face to put with a name. She will now raise her hand. Her name is Nan Allen. Practical spirituality, welcoming community. It is a 4-word mission statement that I believe speaks volumes. And yet every week I like to revisit one of the 6 bullet points which we developed in conversation with your board of trustees beginning in late 2016. Take a deep breath. See if this is a place in consciousness, a spiritual value with which you can align. It reads as follows: we seek to discover and to share spiritual practices which are reliable and repeatable, and to infuse these spiritual practices into every arena of daily life. How we doing? The student, having just returned from Nicaragua, wrote, and I quote, "At Lead Prep on Fridays, we do service field trips to help the local community. In Nicaragua, we helped a little village with major poverty. We helped build a school for kids in the village so they wouldn't have to walk miles or struggle for an education. Our particular job was to dig 6 to 7 holes 5 feet deep to pour the foundation. This was in 90 to 100 degree weather. We did this for 3 or 4 hours a day for 6 days. We learned about fair trade, about privilege, about coffee production. We had to shop in the local market on their budget for one meal. I was surprised at how happy the kids are in Nicaragua. They don't complain. They smile. They get through it. We have more stuff here, but we aren't as happy. We aren't as positive." He closes by saying, we need to change that. He's a member of Unity in Lynnwood's Youth of Unity program. He is UIL's representative to the International Youth of Unity Convention to be held in Kansas City this summer. How proud we are. He is a noble soul. Would you welcome Ryan Robinette, please?
Hi.
Hi. When did you get back from Nicaragua?
I got back last Saturday, 10 at night. It was about 20 hours worth of flights, so it was a very long, tiring day. So, yeah.
I heard it was an awesome trip.
Yeah, it was something I didn't expect. It was unbelievable. I think the first couple of days I was there, I couldn't believe I was actually in that country. I couldn't believe I was actually helping kids from a different country, and just seeing the smiles on their faces, it was just unbelievable.
And when you say different country, I mean, how much of a culture shock was that for a young gentleman from the States?
It was something I've never experienced. I didn't expect it to be so cultural. It was so strong. They are so loving and welcoming and so warm-hearted. And it was a big change from living here my whole life and just being there from 2 weeks. It was different. It was something that changed me personally, and it was something that I loved and I'll never forget.
You spoke of being people of privilege, and that perhaps there's a temptation to take things for granted. I don't know. Can you speak into that a little bit?
Well, I've learned that the kids down there, I've seen that they don't have much, more like nothing at all. And here, the kids here, they have a really good base of like clothes and like education and like phones and everything like that. That the kids down there dreamed of having like a pair of socks or like a pair of good glasses because their eyesight is bad. And that would be like their whole world if they just had, you know, one of those things. And I think that here we don't appreciate the little things that we have, and we should just a little bit more, because if we gave the things that we have to them, it would just make their whole life or their whole world for days and years. And I think that we should just appreciate the things that we have, because there's some kids down there, there's some people down there that can't even have that can't even work for that. And they wish that they could, that they're struggling and that they're still having a smile on their face. And even though they're like 6 to 12 years old, even younger, that are having smiles on their faces and running around and not complaining and just living their best self and living their best life. So, yeah.
You know, sometimes when somebody says something good from the platform, somebody from the audience will say, "Preach." So to you, Ryan Robinette, not only am I incredibly proud of you, but I want to say to you, my brother, preach.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us. Preach. It's going to be an exciting Sunday at Unity in Lynnwood. It's tempting in cynical circles to look at our youth and say, "Oh," I have to tell you, I look at our youth and I say, I have optimism, I have faith when I interact with our young people. That's what I see. I've been asked to speak to you today on the title, and I quote, "The Infinite Nature of You." Now I have to say, I think that's an awesome title, don't you? The Infinite Nature of You. It's encouraging, it's uplifting, it's affirming. I mean, it seems to imply that no matter what's up in life, and isn't there pretty much always something up in life? It seems to imply that no matter what's up in life, there's something within you, the infinite nature of you, if you will, that's ample to the situation. So I just love it. I absolutely love that. I mean, it feels good. Now, perhaps it could have been titled "The Infinite Nature of Me," at which point I could have invited the entire assembly to whisper, I don't know, say 3 times such a title, "The Infinite Nature of Me," and just to sit with that, the infinite nature of me, the infinite nature of me. I suppose I could have even had you touch that heart center and consider it in an even more deep way, the infinite nature of me, the infinite nature of me, the infinite nature of me. The introverts love it when I do this stuff. That would have been nice. But alas, I've been asked to speak to you today on the infinite nature of you. And it's really quite the same thing. You see, after all, the infinite nature of you is the infinite nature of me, or it wouldn't be infinite. Oh Lord, what has he gone and said now? Would you like to hear that again? The infinite nature of you is the infinite nature of me, or it would not be infinite. And yet I guess the title makes some sense. After all, isn't it in our culture easier, if not more acceptable, to discuss the infinite nature of you than it is to discuss the infinite nature of me? Isn't it often easier, if not more acceptable, to discuss the talent of you than it is to discuss the talent of me? The wisdom of you, the capacity of you, the power of you, the value of you. Why, to discuss the appearance of you is not only more acceptable, it's practically a societal expectation. I mean, to spot an old friend at the Piggly Wiggly and to say, it's great to see you. You haven't changed a bit. You're just as lovely today as you were way back when, is one thing. But to attend the class reunion and to lead with, it's great to see you. I haven't changed a bit. Why, I'm just as lovely today as I was way back when. It would be considered tantamount to a psychotic break of some sort, I think. I've been invited to my 35th class reunion this year. You understand, it's quite simply up for me. It's just up. It's up. So maybe social mores are why it's difficult to embrace the infinite nature of me, but that's why we have prayer chaplains. For you see, they are there to embrace and to affirm the infinite nature of you until you become able to affirm and to embrace the infinite nature of self. And frankly, I don't understand why our prayer chaplains don't have lines of people seeking such an affirmation following every Sunday service. Maybe you still think that there are people there who are to enroll God in your life when you have a problem. And maybe you quite simply have no problems. That might be it. But that is so yesterday. It is so backwards. For you see, they aren't there to enroll God in your life. They are there to enroll you in God life. Doing okay with that? They aren't there to encourage God into the realm of human awareness. They are there to encourage you into the realm of God awareness. In other words, and at the risk of anthropomorphizing and humanizing, even projecting, they aren't there to get God to take a step toward you. They are there to encourage you to take a step toward God. Reverend Linda Martella Whitsett, Director of Silent Unity, she is the celebrated author of titles such as How to Pray Without Talking to God. I love that title. She would offer the core of our spiritual work is just that, awakening to our divine nature. And as a teaser, Reverend Linda will be at Unity in Lynnwood for our first all-community retreat, at least during my tenure. The streamlined event will include a Friday evening dinner, followed by a keynote address, followed by an all-day Saturday workshop themed Divine Audacity, Embody Your True Self. She has a gift for the title, don't you think? All meals, all materials will be included in what will be a $99 registration fee. Reservations will come available next Sunday. So here's the deal. The nature of that ultimate reality, which we call God, is givingness. It knows no withhold. So our work in prayer isn't about getting God to give, because God is givingness itself. Our work in prayer is about positioning ourselves to receive that which has already been freely given. Don't wait for problems to do that. See a chaplain. Let them embrace and affirm the infinite nature of you until you are able to embrace and affirm the infinite nature of self. And call me in the morning. Now, when I say I've been asked to speak to you today, it's more accurate to say that I asked myself to speak to you today. When I submitted my series titles well before Easter, it seems like a lifetime ago, really. So even though it's more accurate to say that I asked myself to speak to you today, it really feels like I've been asked to speak to you today. But either way, I'm really happy and I'm deeply, deeply honored to get to speak to you today. So thank you for being here. And thank you for being here. And thank you for being here. And whether we start by directing the idea inward, by touching our hearts and whispering the infinite nature of me, or by looking at a neighbor or a loved one and whispering the infinite nature of you, I invite you into an exploration of that nature, which by virtue of being infinite must be common to all of us. And because we gather on a morning such as this, in a building such as this, we call that infinite nature God.
When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray.
breathe our way back. It's really a retelling of Unity's first two tenets or principles. You see, there is one ultimate reality which contains all other realities. There's one life that contains all expressions. There's one wisdom that contains all ideas. There is one supply that contains all demonstrations. This ultimate reality has no opposition. That there are two forces battling for possession of your human soul is a human construct, a projection of humanity's free will gone amok on that ultimate reality, on the divine, on God itself. And when I say itself, please know, I mean no disrespect, quite the contrary, in fact. For as opposed to our deep childhood programming of that ultimate reality of the divine, of God itself, as an anthropomorphic being with a moody disposition, a disposition which has been evolving in our stories since our ancestors stumbled out of Africa some 100,000 years ago, you understand, from God as the life behind all life, to gods of fertility and nature with the rise of agricultural existence, to gods of strength and combat with the rise of tribal existence, to Judaism's God of oneness, to Christianity's Trinity. I say itself to snap that tendency to project and impose human limitation, including gender pronouns, on God. Someday I'll do a series on the evolution of our God story. How beautiful it is, and this is my current opinion, that humanity's story of God is returning to one akin to that of the earliest people whose cave etchings depicted a God as the life behind all life. How beautiful is that? So again, that there are two forces battling it out for possession of your human soul is a human construct, a projection of humanity's free will gone amok on that ultimate reality, on the divine, on God itself. So to be clear, Unity has no devil. You're welcome. Good morning. Thanks for coming. That's it. There you go. There is one ultimate reality that contains all other realities. There is one life that contains all expressions. There is one wisdom that contains all ideas. There is one supply that contains all demonstrations. This ultimate reality has no opposition. And because there is one ultimate reality which contains all other realities, it contains you. And you contain it. In other words, Unity's second principle or tenet would say that because God is all there is, you cannot stand outside of God. So the life that God is the life that contains you. The wisdom that God is the wisdom that contains you. The supply that God is the supply that contains you. And the life, wisdom, and supply that God is, they are infinite. Which leads us to a really good title for a Sunday talk, The Infinite Nature of You. I wonder if Paul could have been speaking to such an awareness when he extended God as that in which we live and move and have our being. It sounds similar, don't you think? It's a quote which predates Paul by many, many years, by the way. So again, contrary to many paths, good-hearted as they might be, contrary to many paths which would sway humanity from its divine heritage, from the infinite nature of you, if you will. Unity would say that to honor God is to live life. That to honor God is to embrace wisdom. That to honor God is to delight in supply. The trick is to remember that it's all God's. There's the trick. That the life we live is always an expression of the life we call God. That the wisdom we embrace is always an expression of the wisdom we call God. That the supply in which we delight is always the supply we call God. The quote is, I can of myself do nothing. That's how Judaism's most famous rabbi, Christianity's central avatar, said the same thing. I can of myself do nothing. So next Sunday, it's the second in this series, we will seek to know the infinite nature of life in deeper ways. Take a deep breath. Normative Christianity would call next Sunday's service an old-fashioned healing service. You ready for that? Preach. In other words, it's a return to unity's roots, in the belief that there is a connection between the quality of our inner worlds and the quality of our manifest worlds. So we don't need problems to turn our awareness to that ultimate reality, to the divine, to God itself. In fact, that's yet another paradigm which is oddly backward. For I tend to think that until we embrace the spiritual path with more vigor, we tend to give rise to more problems. So we don't need problems. We need simple willingness. We need a simple willingness to step more fully onto the spiritual path, willingness to avail ourselves to its wonders, and willingness to dedicate ourselves to its longings. And that, my friends, is what upcoming Sundays are all about. Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand. My heart is here to serve. I will be
needs of me. I will be, I will be, I will be.
So it is.
So, as we stand and sit with full hearts, full minds, much gratitude, we offer this time in our service as a place to participate as givers in this community. Want to make sure everybody's okay over there. We have each other's backs, you know.
Things are just falling off.
Oh, as long as we keep the team moving. Charles Fillmore reminded us to never lose sight of the source of our blessings, as Ryan did today. And he said, the act of giving complies with divine law. It involves the recognition of God as the giver of all. Unless we have a recognition of the source of our supply, we have no assurance of continuing in its use. Thank you for the gifts of all kinds that you give to this community.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say,
As the ushers bring these gifts forward for all of us to bless, let me say this on behalf of us all. We give thanks together this morning that the spirit of love and truth multiplies all that we are, all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. And so it is. Thank you, ushers. At this point, I do like to say a special greeting to anyone who might be with us for the first time. We don't try to put people on the spot, but it gives us a chance to just acknowledge your presence. If you're comfortable, could you just raise your hand and we'll know that you're here in our midst? I do see a hand. Thank you. We have some things in place here to help people orient themselves when they're first visiting our community. We have a newcomer's information card right in the back of the chairs. You may have spotted that if you're new with us. We also have a stay in touch card there, and if you would like to get on our mailing list, and if you haven't, though you might not be new today, if you haven't gotten on our mailing list, you can fill out the stay in touch card and give that to someone with a name tag out there as you exit, and then we can put you on the mailing list. It only results in a couple of emails a month. So happy to have all of you with us this morning. And I do have a few announcements. Our beautiful flowers today are dedicated by Mark Frederick. He extends a happy birthday to his amazing life partner, best friend, and soulmate. If you'd like to make a flower dedication, you may do so in our gift shop for $10. Our Health and Wellness Ministry invites you to 2 events in April. Join Nancy Joy Callahan this Wednesday for The Body is the Temple of the Soul, an Easy Does It movement experience, and we're actually celebrating a year of these events. Thank you, Nancy Joy. Really. And Anila Goldie, next Sunday, will be doing a therapeutic touch workshop for us entitled Facilitating Well-Being. Sign-up sheets are at the back for both. This holistic therapy incorporates the compassionate use of universal energy to promote well-being. The workshop includes videos, self-balancing meditations, and useful resources. Interfaith at Unity in Lynnwood presents Spiritual Saturdays. Share the healing space of the traditions of the Jewish Sabbath, as understood and interpreted by our very own Rabbi Ted Falcon. And Unity in Lynnwood proudly hosts the consecration of our very own Mother Kathy Chalmers to the Holy Order of Bishop. All are invited and all are welcome to participate in this very special Mass celebrated by bishops of the Ascension Alliance. Allow 2 hours. There will be a reception following. You are still welcome to join our Unity prayer class that's happening on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and will go through May 1st. Participants will be introduced to Unity's 5-step prayer process and supported in developing a daily prayer practice. Thank you, Barbara. And I have to jump in there too, since you gave me that opening. I've taken the class more than once, and I don't think we could probably take it too many times. I think every time we would enter in, it would be a new, because we're always new, right? Really wonderful opportunity to go deeper. In 2016, Unity in Lynnwood acquired the 5.5 acres of preserved forest wetlands that we have the pleasure of looking out onto every Sunday. Join us as we bless this nature preserve and the precious life it supports as we prepare to welcome its highest use in upcoming years. This is happening Sunday, April 29th, following the 11 o'clock service. I don't know if you know, but Unity in Lynnwood has an online directory, and if you would like to be connected with others by registering for that, please go to the Welcome and Information Station where you can sign up. And I want to welcome Shelley Oberman to the platform. Our Board of Trustees has an event coming up for us, and Shelley, a board member, is going to tell us about it.
Hi, everyone. Our Board of Trustees cordially invites you to a spring fundraising event called Spring Swing. Enjoy a cocktail hour with heavy appetizers and a group swing dance lesson, followed by an evening of dance and merriment to the sounds of the Purple Passion Swing Band. This is a not-to-miss party. Purchase your tickets today in the gift shop for $35. All are welcome. And I have to just say that this band practices while we have our board meetings.
That's right.
And everyone knows that I can barely stay in my seat, so it's a not-to-miss event.
Thank you, Shelley, and I just have to say, I think it's so exciting that they squeeze a lesson right in there between appetizers and the actual dance itself, so nobody has an excuse. We will all know how to swing dance, right? Yes. Oh, these and all good things happening at Unity in Lynnwood can be found on your printed program or by visiting our Facebook page or the calendar page.
And those tickets are available in the gift shop. If you'll join me, we'll sing our peace song.
So if you have the first name of any soul you'd like to introduce into this consciousness of love and support, please speak that name now. So yet again, whether spoken with the human tongue or the human heart, it matters not. On behalf of all names offered, on behalf of all who have turned something of a spiritual ear to this very conversation, on behalf of all who join us via the internet, we stand with you, we stand for you. We tarry not in the shallow waters of limitation and partial truth, but we invite you into the deeper waters of enduring truth, and that is a truth of God is life, God is wisdom, God is supply. We invite you to these deeper waters. And so it is that with great faith and with great boldness, we lift our voices together then and speak these closing words. The light of God surrounds us.
The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is.
And all is well.
The light of God surrounds us. The power of God protects. The presence of God watches over us, and all is well. The love of God enfolds us. Wherever we are, God is. We are safe, we are cherished, and all is well. All is well.
If you're a joining member, join me in the sanctuary following this service. Otherwise, we close our time together as we always do by speaking our words, and so it is. And so it is. And so it is.